Okay, so picture this. You're at the dinner table. Someone says, hey, can you pass the salt? Seems innocent enough, right? It's a simple exchange between two humans trying to flavor their food. But if you have ADHD, you know that's just the launch code. Pass the salt. It's ground zero for a conversational wormhole that ends with me explaining roller skates in the 80s to a full group of people who really just wanted to eat mashed potatoes. Because with ADHD, there's no such thing as a straight line conversation. It's all plot twists, side quests, and deleted scenes from a documentary that nobody wants to see. Now here's how it goes down. Someone says, pass the salt. I hand them the shaker, but my brain says, hey, salt. You know what's salty? Pretzels. Remember that giant pretzel that you ate at the fair back in 1998? Man, that thing was amazing. But wait, remember the fair had rides? The Ferris wheel, the one you're so scared of, Ferris Bueller. Abe Froman, Sausage King of Chicago, sausage. Meat, carnivals, skating rinks, roller skates. Boom, we're there in 10 seconds flat. Now I've gone from salt to 4 wheels and a disco ball. Everyone else is still buttering their roll. Here's the fun part. Once you fall down the rabbit hole, you become an expert. Maybe not always in real life, but in the moment, I can stand there and deliver a full-blown ADHD TED Talk about how every kid from the 80s nearly cracked their tailbone at Skate City, how carpet at roller rinks was officially designed to hide vomit, and how the DJ booth was basically a church altar for tweens. And don't even get me started on the roller skates. Those skates have been around since disco was alive and well. And every single pair looked like they'd been worn by 10,000 people and at least one barn animal. You'd lace them up, hobble wobble onto the rink. Immediately your left skate only turns right. Suddenly you'd regret your life choices. But would you still skate all night? Of course, because we were kids. And roller rinks were the closest thing to Las Vegas that we could even get ourselves into. Meanwhile, the person who asked for the salt is like, geez, man, I just wanted to season my chicken. Because it's never just one tangent. It's like a video game side quest menu. You're telling a story about roller skates and then suddenly your brain goes, remember when every mall had an orange Julius? What even was that? Battery acid in a cup? Speaking of malls, Spencer's Gifts. They had lava lamps, blackout light, and those vibrating back massager things that really weren't made for that. Posters, bedrooms covered in tiger beat clippings. Did we all think we were going to marry Corey Haim? Because my 12-year-old self was completely convinced. Corey Haim, Corey Feldman, the two Coreys. Every movie in the 80s was basically an after-school special with leather jackets. The smell of fake pleather mixed with Aquanet and skating rink bathroom. That's what childhood smelled like. Now, by the time you circle back, everyone at the table has either died of old age or left to watch Netflix. Now, if you've ever trapped one of these normal people in one of these ADHD conversation spirals, you know the look. Their smile freezes, their eyes just glaze over. They're nodding politely while secretly planning their escape. Like if she says the words roller rink carpet, I'm faking a phone call. And God forbid you're talking to another ADHD person. And then it's just 2 pinballs slamming around in a machine. Salty pretzels. Ferris Bueller, Abe Froman. Roller skates, malls. Spencer's Gifts. Tiger Beat, Cafeteria Tater Tots, Titanic VHS Special Edition Double Box Set. It's conversational jazz. No one knows where it's going, but damn it, it's loud. All right, now let me throw you a bone. If you actually want to have a coherent conversation with ADHD, Here's the hack. Verbal Post-it notes. It's a really cute idea, right? Except by the time it's finally your turn to speak, those sticky notes have already disintegrated into your head like cotton candy in a rainstorm. It's worthless. And that's fine, because half our hacks are just decorative. They look good on a Pinterest board, but in reality, you're still blurting out, "Oh my God, roller rink nachos," in the middle of someone else's story about their dog. So here's the real hack. Just own it. Call yourself out. Say, "Sorry, my ADHD just hijacked this conversation like a drunk Uber driver." Where were we? Instant reset. People laugh, the tension breaks, and you don't look like a total maniac. Well, less of one. Because this isn't theory. This happens constantly. Like last week, my kid asked if they could have some apple juice. And 20 minutes later, I'm still ranting about sugar and corn syrup and the Kool-Aid man. And all of a sudden, my kid's like, does that mean yes or no? Or I'll call the bank with one simple question about wire transfers. And the next thing I know, I've asked the customer service rep if they ever went to Skate City and why the hell skate guards acted like they were FBI for fun. This is my life. Conversations that start on one topic, detour through 17 abandoned strip malls of thought, and end up at roller skates. Now, of course, the fallout is that people don't remember what you said. They just remember you wouldn't shut up. You walk away thinking, nailed it. Gave them so much knowledge. And they walk away like, geez, that woman needs a leash. And don't even try this at work. Nothing says fire me immediately like turning a status meeting into a 20-minute discourse on roller rink architecture. Your boss doesn't care. Linda in accounting, she doesn't care. Nobody cares. The truth is, ADHD conversations are less conversation and more like you accidentally hit shuffle on my brain. You never know what's coming. Could be a half-baked fact about roller skates. Could be a confession about why I never shop at Bed Bath & Beyond anymore. Normal people small talk? How's your day going? ADHD small talk? Do you think anyone ever actually won at those claw games, or do you think those big stuffed animals kept everything else shoved down? That's the ADHD gift. You're not getting a chat. You're getting a hostage improv show. And the tickets are free because you're already here. Come on. So the next time we're at dinner and you hear me say, "Can you pass the salt?" do not relax. That is not a seasoning request. That is the scene of a hostage drama where suddenly we're knee deep in roller rink lore and somehow I am yelling about why skate guards seem to be more strong and mean and powerful than mall cops. If you made it through this without faking a bathroom break, congrats. You've officially survived an ADHD conversation. If you've ever hijacked a conversation and woken up inside of a skating rink, hit subscribe. Drop a comment about the wildest tangent your ADHD brain has ever pulled. And check out the shorts playlist for bite-sized chaos. Party on, Wayne.